BadSecretMedia.com.
I hate Bad Secret Media.
Gamers, welcome to Secret Levels Podcast. On this episode, try not to step into the ectoplasm I leave behind me.
I'm player one, Toby.
And I am player two, Goobs.
And today we have a special ghoul joining us. Please introduce yourself, player three.
One of our main witches, I mean witches.
Oh, man, it's going to be one of those.
It is the Jenny Bean.
Hello.
That was not a scary voice.
Sorry.
Well, to me it is, but not everyone else.
I need to...
So spooky, blah, blah. That's all I can do is the vampire thing, too. I don't have any other spooky
You sound like a
voices.
Jewish vampire
I
like
know,
me
I
2
get it from
episodes
you.
ago.
Where do you think I learned it from you?
No, I think he learned
Would you
it
like
from
a
me,
bagel?
technically. He learned it from me. Let's clarify that there.
Well,
But
this is
it's okay.
this is a show where we take one old video game and we talk about the history, the gameplay, the music.
And then we rage about it. We put it on a meter from 1 to 10, how much this game makes us want to shove a piece of wood, like a spiked piece of wood, and jam it between our toenail and our toe.
Oh,
Yeah, that'd make you rage hard, like a toothpick, maybe.
And then we rated at the end on how much we enjoyed it or didn't enjoy it on a 1 to 10 scale. Because why, Goobs?
Because we're simple folk.
We're simple folk. It's spooky October.
It's spoopy.
Spooky.
Spooktober.
You hear those ghosts?
oh, I love them. They're my favorite.
Little
We
boos.
sound like genies.
So what game are we playing today, Goobs?
We are playing The Haunting starring Polterguy.
That's right.
I was very concerned when we started playing this game that it was Polterguy. Because I have a very large fear of birds, as everyone who listens to the show knows. And I was like, oh no, we're not playing a fucking haunted bird game, are we? Because I will not like this one single bit.
Hey, that would have been the scariest game for you to play.
You know
Yeah,
what, though?
it
Like,
would be.
legit, looking at that Polterguy, it's probably just as scary. He is freaking weird looking.
You want me to give you some details about this game before we start talking about it?
Let's jump right into the deeds. Deeds nuts. I'm going to do that every time now since I remember that last episode.
This game was released in 1993 on the Sega Genesis
The Sega Genesis has blast processing. Super Nintendo doesn't.
and the Mega Drive.
I was 10 when this came out, so was Jen.
Yep.
I was 5.
Shh. Don't make me feel old.
That's spooky.
Ooh, so old.
Wrinkles.
Those are scary. Don't
So
don't freak us out.
They are, trust me.
Geritol. Ooh.
Gray hairs.
Depends.
Oh God, no. Not yet, please.
This was developed and published by Electronic Arts. And this game, like I said, it was released for the Sega Genesis, but it was also on the Sony PSP in 2006.
Ah,
Yeah.
did not know that.
It is
Hmm.
it is a single player comedy horror isometric action game.
I read through something after our playthroughs that we did. They can actually play it 2-player if the other controller presses start at the menu.
Oh, thanks for taking a fun fact, Dick.
Well, you said it was 1 player, so I was just jumping in.
Hey, I don't got many
Trick
fun
or
facts on
treat,
this one.
bitch.
I needed something, and you took it. We'll get there later. You want me to tell you about the story?
It's time for story time with Toby. A spooky story.
of Vito Sardini is one cheap bastard who owns a skateboard factory. You know what this scum does? Let me tell you what this scum does. Vito here decides to buy cheap knockoff parts to assemble these skateboards to save a dime or two. That cheapskate still owes me $10. Can you believe that? This guy, I'm telling you. Well, a certain kid ends up buying this said cheap-ass skateboard. And you know what happens? Bam. The thing breaks, and it causes a horrific accident that gets the kid killed. Well, you guess what? You ain't gonna believe this. He is back, and he is going to get some revenge, and now his name is the Polterguy. Can you believe that? So Polterguy decides to haunt whatever house they move into, him and his family. He's gonna get revenge on all four of them for some reason. But the Polterguy, he needs to beware of the Ecto Beast, because he kind of wants to stop him. He don't like this Polterguy, you know? I don't know. So he's trying to scare this cheap family. That's it. That's the story.
Man, you should move down to Jersey Shore.
That was probably scumbags.
Yeah. So anyways.
I didn't have anything, like, no clue that was due about the skateboard factory.
Yeah, no, that's exactly what the...
Yeah.
It tells you everything in the manual, mostly, is where the story... There's a little bit of story in the game, but it's mostly in the manual.
Yeah, when you play through, it gives you, like, the brief.
Yeah, when the game starts out, it just starts out with, like, basically the chandelier crashing through their dinner table.
Yeah.
So, ooh, did you hear my voice crack? That was spooky.
Your balls just dropped.
Oh my gosh. So this game...
What's a boner?
I don't know. What is it?
It's about to be in your mouth.
Okay, so this game should take less than 2 hours to beat, but speedrun.com.
Speed run.
They only have 2 records set for this game, and they were set like 4 years ago. So someone needs to get on this and beat these scores. But the first place is by Smiling Satire, which it's Satyr. Satire.
That's edgy.
Satire? I don't know. And
it's probably satire.
That's what I was thinking. And they beat this game in 37 minutes and 19 seconds.
Whoa, that's crazy. Took me like half an hour to beat the first level. Good on them.
Right?
Yeah, man.
How about we haunt the gameplay? That didn't work out as well as I wanted. But let's talk about the gameplay.
Let's do so.
So the goal of the game is to scare the family until they run out of the house. And you do this by possessing objects in the room with the characters in the room. Like you...
I think there's over like 200 objects to like possess in this game.
Is that how many? There's a lot of stuff you can possess.
There's a shit ton.
Yeah, it's a lot of options.
Well, that's what the whole game is about, right? Just see what you can shove your body into and what comes of it.
Yeah, you can't actually interact with the family. Like, you can't touch them or hurt them unless...
It explains it right away in the game that they cannot see you.
Right.
So you can move freely throughout the map, and, like, they can't see you, but the beasts and stuff that come out later on in the game can.
In some of the items, when you activate them, it'll cause the item to shake, and maybe the family member will go over there and see what's happening with it, and that'll help scare them. So there are 4 family members that you have to scare, and there's 4 levels total, 4 different houses that you go to. The family members are Vito the dad, Flo the mom, Mimi the daughter, and Tony the son.
All mafioso names.
Right? So there are different color orbs that appear over the items that you can jump into or possess or whatever, and they're called Frightums. That's the name, Frightums.
It's clever.
So the blue one, when you see a blue orb above whatever object, that is something that will automatically scare the family when they walk past
so you jump into the thing, you use A to jump into the object, and you jump back out of the object, and the object will be set. So the next time the person walks by, be any member of the family, you will scare them.
Right. And that will also make items shake too, so they'll go running over to kind of inspect it, which I found you can use to kind of lure them towards the doors that you want to make them go out to leave the house, so you can get rid of them.
Precisely.
Smart.
Yeah, it took a while before I figured that out, and I was like, oh, I can lure them over to this door so they'll maybe run out of it when they get scared.
I'm just figuring that out now, so you're well off ahead of me.
So when you see the orange orb, this one has to be activated it's like a trap. Like you have to activate it as they're close to whatever the item is, and then it'll activate and like...
Could be like a hole in the floor.
Right, yeah. I couldn't
Or
think
like
of an
the
example.
flames will come up or the floor will turn to a mouth and it's just like a little active thing.
Yeah, there's so many different traps in here. It was hard to come up with an example because there's just so much. And then you've got the green orb, and this is one that you can usually like control or shoot projectiles with or something, and you can kind of chase the family members around the house. And
yeah, it could be like anything, or like a mummy coming out of a fridge or a snowman, and you start whipping snowballs, or an
the
airplane.
Yeah.
Right.
The food ghost, the best one ever.
Yeah, the food ghost coming out of the fridge.
Ooh.
You don't have a time limit or anything in this game, but you have a little green bar at the bottom that's like your power level. And every time you jump into an object, it takes a little bit of your ectoplasm away.
Yeah, anytime you put your thing into something, you run out of ectoplasm every time, guaranteed.
Hey, every time I put my thing into something, I run out of ectoplasm every time.
You lose.
I tried.
That's the first one, folks.
I tried. I tried not to make it, and it was just so dirty. And now I feel really guilty for making it. I'm
That's
sorry,
why I
listeners.
went there first.
I'm sorry, listeners. Goobs made me do it.
I made you ectoplasm.
He
Oh my.
he possessed me and made me say that. That should have been you that said that. Now that I'm thinking about it.
I did say that, but you just reworded it.
He literally said it right before
Yeah.
you did, and you just repeated it.
Well, I know, but he didn't put the dirty spin on it like I did. Like I just went straight out and
I
said
was
it.
leaving it up to the listeners to put the dirty spin on it.
And I okay. Anyways,
It doesn't matter. Stinking ecto.
So that's basically your power meter, and it tells you how much left you have so you can possess all the items, like we were saying. Now, when you scare a member, like when they go running out of the room, the extra ectoplasm will drop, and you can pick it up and refill your meter.
Yeah, they'll leave a snail trail behind them.
Right, and you need to pick it up, and if you don't pick it up quick enough, it disappears.
And if you leave the room and you go back, it's gone.
How many times did you do that?
About
Quite a few.
20 or 30, at least.
I
not
did it
kidding.
almost every single
Yeah.
time. It was more rare for me to actually go pick it up than it was for me to just walk out.
Exactly. Yeah, I know. Because I'd go out and I'd be like, oh no, go back in. Aw.
Well, they run out, so your like instinct is like, I'm chasing them. I got to get them out of this damn house.
No, that's it.
Well, they stay in the next room that they run into for a while, so...
Yeah, but you still are like, oh, they're running. I got to go keep scaring them and get them out.
I feel like the more closer together they are, the faster they'll be. You know.
Right. They have different levels of fear. So they start out like at calm, and then they get scared, and they get... I forget how the leveling system is, but the one that you want to get to is very... It says very high on the fright meter. And that'll actually make them run out of the room.
Yeah, and their faces change on the little picture on the side, too,
like,
to show how terrified they are.
Yeah, there's a little icon on the bottom right corner that'll pop up to show you who you're actually scaring. That way, if there's two of them in the same room, you can see who you're actually scaring.
I never came across of two of them in the same room.
Yeah, neither did I.
But if I did, the ectoplasm would be everywhere.
Gross.
Well, it was the mother and daughter in there, right? That's what all the Pornhub searches are over. Of age, of course, Jen. Don't give me that look. She's tapping her head on her hand. Head on her head.
She's tapping her head on her hand.
Yeah, her hand on her head.
Ooh, spooky.
Spooky.
She's the headless Ginny Bean.
The headless bean. sure you can search that up on Pornhub as well.
She's gonna walk off this show. You know this.
She's not talking.
Is she still there?
Yeah.
For now.
For now. Okay, so you can run out of the ectoplasm, and when you run out, what happens?
You go down to the dungeon.
A whole bunch of bullshit is what happens.
So, I like to think of this as purgatory.
Or
I thought it would be-
purgatory.
Yeah, purgatory. That's what I was going to say.
You go down there to get fisted, man.
To get tickled and
I'm
groped.
so glad you said it because I was gonna have to say it because so what happens is you run out of your ectoplasm and you go down into this dungeon purgatory hell thing.
Or fun time for some people.
Some people. You have to pick up the drops of ectoplasm that fall on the ground to, I guess, refill your meter. There's not like a meter that shows if you're almost full or not.
No, you just got to get everything or you can't continue.
Yeah, because it'll like point you back to where you missed it.
Yeah. So if you run past one, it'll make you go back. There's a bunch of enemies and stuff in this little cave-looking thing, and most of them are fists coming out of the wall or out of the ground. And
Yeah, they'll try to fist you or tickle you.
Yeah. There's bats that'll come out of the coffins.
Yeah,
when you
there's
go
skeleton
past.
heads that'll come
Yeah.
out of the wall.
The jets of like steam or water or whatever out of the
That's
ground.
not steam, honey.
It is steam.
It's definitely steam.
But I don't know. One thing we
Could be
should
Satan's
mention
farts.
is like the movement, at least for me in this game, it's not like a normal game where you're just walking or running. Like the way the character moves is so freaking messed up. So stuff like this is really hard because it's not like you're just a walking character. Like for me, at least the movement was super strange. So I kind of struggled. I'd always get like
If you were next to
butt
a
poked, you know?
ledge, like this is what Jen was saying. If you're next to a ledge and try to jump up, you can't jump up right next to the ledge.
Yeah,
you gotta go
be
back,
like back further.
and then use your arc to get up onto the next landing.
Yeah, because this doesn't have like you hold forward and jump. Like it just whichever
it
direction
moves
you're
really
pointed.
weird.
That jump has the same arc always. You can't control it at all, and it's also that it's that isometric view. I don't really like games with isometric views.
I don't
Third
know. It was
quarter?
weird for me. Like the whole like how he was kind of like floating all over the place. Like I had a hard time like going through doorways and stuff. Like even that was hard for me.
After
to
a
do.
couple playthroughs, they
yeah,
got
you
it down
figure it
pretty
out,
good.
but it's just weird.
Yeah, it's really hard to get used to, especially that jumping.
Yeah.
And did you notice that you have like the kick, right?
Yes.
Like when you jump, it actually will kick some enemies, and you can avoid damage a little bit, or not damage because you lose ectoplasm. Now, when you're in this purgatory, you can die.
Yeah.
You have
Once your face runs out in the corner.
News to me, we played for like what, an hour and a half before you're like, you're gonna die. I'm like, how can you tell?
And then she did.
Yeah, there's a
And I
little
was
bitty
pissed.
icon in the
was
bottom
so
left corner, and he starts losing it. It's his face, right?
Yeah. And once he gets down to just his eyes and blinking, you're fucked.
Yep.
Yeah,
Sayonara,
apparently so.
sweetheart.
But you just start over with the level that you just lost on, right?
No,
Like,
no.
you don't go
No,
back to-
no. You go back to
It goes back to the
Yep.
beginning?
Yes.
Okay, so you do go all the way back to the beginning.
Which fucking sucks. Sucks a lot of ectoplasm that you can choke on.
Yes, it does. Well, and there's also, you can pick up extra scare spell things. Like what I don't even know what they're called, and I honestly forgot to write these down, like all the different scares that you can get. If you press C. If you press C,
Oh, like the
It'll-
boo, like the dog boo and all that stuff.
yes, it's like extra scares that you can do. There's one that like throws bombs, and it'll kind of push your the character wherever you want. Like if you can aim it correctly,
See, I
you
didn't
can
take
kinda,
much advantage of those during this game. So I didn't know
Yeah,
what the
there's-
fuck they were.
Yeah,
I hit the
same
button
here.
and they pop up, and I'm like, okay. I pushed one, it didn't do anything, so I'm like,
whatever.
okay, whatever.
Yeah, one's like a present, but I could never get the present to work, so I don't know what that one does, but it'll leave like a scare present. And the family will just walk by it, and they're supposed to open it, I guess. I don't know. I could never get that one to work.
Maybe one of the kids open it. Who knows?
Sounds
And
pretty
then-
spooky.
Spooky.
Spooky presents.
And then there's one that you can use on the dog, because in later levels there is a dog that'll sniff you down and take away your ectoplasm, I guess. Is that what he was doing?
Yeah, he'll suck it right out of you.
Yeah.
Red Rocket.
Huh. All right. And then you've got the one that'll actually refill your ectoplasm completely, which is awesome and very handy. So you don't have to go to purgatory.
Oh, see, I didn't know about that one, because that would have been
Yeah.
pretty useful. So that's the only thing that sucks about this game. That's the only way you can die or perish is in the underground. Upstairs or in the house, you're good. Scare all you want, just don't run out of your goo.
It's pretty cool because you can continuously try to scare this family, but it's only purgatory that you can die. Like, you can actually lose the game. So if you can't scare them out of a room because they're going back and forth between two rooms or something, I had that happen and it was miserable.
Oh, it's such a pain.
Yeah, because you don't get all your ectoplasm back after you scare them. You just get a little bit of it back, and you'll just run them back and forth until your ectoplasm's gone, and then you got to go back to hell. And then you come back, and they're still in that same room. So, there's no lives in this game. It's like Goob said, is when you die, you're done in hell.
Yeah, when your fluid is empty, that's it, man. That's the real game over, folks.
Not yet. So there, I said this earlier, there's 4 different houses that you scare this family into, and at the end there is a boss battle.
Dun dun dun.
Woof woof.
Do we spoil it?
I think I just did.
I feel like this game is 37 years old. If you haven't played it, I'm sorry. Spoiler alert for a 37-year-old game.
It's not 37 years
It
old.
What came out in 82?
Not this game.
I thought that's what he said. Oh no, that was something else
it was. Oh yeah, that was
sorry.
This is 93.
I got confused. Sorry. Okay, so 27. Spoiler alert for a 27-year-old game.
That's still wrong.
26. Shh. Spoiler alert for a 26-year-old game.
Take a shot.
I don't drink.
So yes, the spoiler alert on this game is the boss is the dog.
The family dog.
The family dog ends up growing into this.
Not that one from the Nickelodeon cartoon. Wasn't there a cartoon called The Family Dog? I think there was.
Maybe, I don't know. Now, Family Guy. No, there was a cartoon called Family Dog,
yes.
And there's a video game called Family Dog too, and it's not very good. Anyways, back to this game. The boss ends up being the family dog. You end up going to the purgatory thing and battling him. He turns into this big grotesque monster, and you throw your little bombs at him. And once you do that, he turns into brain spiders.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the only way you can really explain that.
Yeah, and then you have to fight the brain spiders. Luckily, though, if you die in this, like if he kills you, it just sends you back to the normal purgatory, and you have to collect your ectoplasm again and just go back and fight him again. So it's not that big of a deal if he beats you.
It's not like you have to start the game over again.
Right. So, yeah, you beat him, and at the very end, guess what? You turn back into a real-life human. You are no longer a poltergeist.
Aww.
That's 2 games in a row you turn back into a human.
Yeah, but then 5 seconds later, the anvil falls
on your
Yes.
head and kills you. So sad. I was like, aw. Oh. Like.
I kind of like that. I thought that was perfect.
No, I thought
because,
it was funny, but.
Yeah, because we played the
Decap Attack.
Decap Attack, and he turned back into a human, and it was like, but how? So it was nice to see them be like, yeah, he's a human, but we're just going to kill him right away for no reason.
But he's
Swoosh.
a good human.
Yeah.
He's a pancake.
Back to being Polterguy.
He always looked kind of human to me. His nose was like flesh.
That's he was like
He was a fucking weird looking character.
Like mixed with those weird dolls for girls that were like half animal, half human, baby dolls. Like,
Popples?
Yes. Thank you. Popples. That's what he looked like.
Popples turn into balls.
Yeah, but they had like weird faces.
Well, I guess balls and ectoplasm have something in common.
Anyways. But like a popple and a Teletubby.
So what did you think of like the graphics for this game and the animations and everything?
I thought the animations were great. I liked the perspective of the game, the 3-core perspective. And all the little animations you would get of all the objects in the game were fucking amazing. That's what kept you going in this game. You want to find out what kind of scare you can pull off next. Like, you go into the bed would pull up eyeballs and, like, scare them, or a mouth would open up at the end of the bed, or the bathtub would turn into something. Everything turned into something. You wanted to see all the animations in this game.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if you said that there was about 200, maybe.
I think I read that somewhere.
I wouldn't be surprised if there's more, because there's at least like 10 items in each room, and then like there's got to be at least 7 or 8 rooms in each house, and
the houses only get bigger as they go through.
Right, and like there's certain levels that have like a big rug in the middle of the floor, and that'll do something. And then the next level, you'll have tile on the ground, and you'll be able to go through the tiles or something. And
even the archways, like going to the rooms, would turn into snakes or something,
or a monster would come out the top of them or something. Yeah, there's a lot of animations. I felt like the sprites were really small. Like, I wish it would have just been zoomed in a little bit more. I know that's nitpicky, but some of the stuff was kind of hard to make out to me, like what exactly it was. But you could tell, like the family, like they'll pee their pants, or their pants will fall off when they get scared.
Yeah, I love when they piss their pants, man.
It's the best.
I mean, there's a lot of like really funny animations, but I think it's just I don't like that view.
The isometric?
Yes, like what is it? Biker Mice from Mars, the racing game, and like, is Rock and Roll Racing like that?
Yep.
I hate that more than anything. Like, I just can't stand that. I love Paperboy, but I get real sick of it real quick because of like the weird angle that you're at while you play it. So it reminds me of that, and I just it gets to me a little bit.
What'd you think about the sprites and graphics, hon?
I thought it was good. I like how everything was like different. It wasn't the same, Good. I like that. Pretty much everything you guys said.
Lots of variety is what you're saying.
Of course.
We love variety.
Variety is the spice of life.
Well, I mean, you don't want to go into all 4 houses and it's all the same stuff, right? So it's good that they would switch it up. And
that would have been real miserable.
Yeah,
like,
so
the same things over and over. At least, because I'm sure some of the things repeated and we just weren't noticing it because there was so much.
But that's the thing. You can repeat a few if you have so much other options, right?
Right, exactly. So I thought that was what made this game, to be honest.
Yeah, it's pretty much what the game's about, honestly.
The gameplay is just meh. But it's all about like, okay, I just want to see what these scares are going to be. The controls, I feel like, were a little wonky, like we were talking about, like the jumping, the automatic arc that it has, and how when you were in the purgatory, you had to be, like you said, a step or two away from the ledge to actually get up it.
Yeah. But once you get used to it, like the first couple times it's going to get you, but then after that you get used to the controls.
Well, like even picking up the ectoplasm that's on the ground, like you walk past it all the time because you're like, you think you're lined up with it, and then you just walk barely past it, and you're like, you motherfucker.
I haven't played a game that I struggled to just fucking move so much as this game. Like, honestly, I really had a hard time. I've never played a game that's like that before, and I was like, Jesus. When I was playing it by myself, I just wanted to cry because I'm like, I can't get through a doorway. Like,
yeah, the doorway thing happened a couple times, but I never really myself haven't had a hard time navigating through the game.
I'm just glad there's certain games that have this isometric viewpoint, and you have to actually like jump on platforms and stuff. Like, okay,
thank God.
I love Mario RPG, but there's sometimes where you have to platform on that game, and it's so hard because you're at that weird angle. So it's kind of like that.
What about Cuber?
Oh, fuck Hubert. Yes. Yes, it's just like
Right?
that. But what about the music, Goobs, and the sound effects?
The sound effects were great when the people were shrieking and the noises the little scares make. That was a lot of fun. The music, for me, was kind of forgettable.
Yeah, there was nothing special about the music. What'd you think, Jenny?
I dug it. It was like haunted house music, so I like it. You know. But it is forgettable. Like I couldn't sit here and be like, do the song. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I can't.
But I
hum the
just
song to
remember,
the-
like, when I played it, I kept the music on because I enjoyed it enough to not turn it off. You know what I mean?
Was there more than one song? I don't even know now. Like,
I think there was.
Yeah, they did
I didn't
change,
really
like,
pay too much
slightly.
attention to it.
Yeah.
Like,
When we played together, when we were taking turns, we had music on in the background, honestly. 'Cause We
Right.
were like, But,
you can tell within the first, like, 10 or 15 minutes of a game if the music's going to be good
oh,
or if
exactly.
it's going to get on your fucking nerves. So we're just like, you know what? We don't normally get to hang out so often and play a game, so let's put on some music we actually like and try to enjoy the game the best we
Yeah,
can.
like we listened to it, like you said, the first, 10, 15 minutes.
Yeah, there just wasn't anything that really stuck out. But I guess that doesn't matter because, like Goob said, you've got the screams and the noises that the little monsters are making and
Get, like,
stuff.
the teeth
So
chatters and, like...
right, the chainsaw or whatever else
Yeah,
is
long-
happening.
Oh, I love controlling the chainsaw and chasing them around.
Oh, it's so funny.
So during the levels, you get some enemies like the dog we talked about before he turns into the big boss.
He'll bark at you during the rooms and kind of expose you, and they'll let them know where you are.
Right, and it'll drain your ectoplasm down a little bit when he gets you.
Yep.
And then you have the ecto heads, or I can't remember what the manual said that they were called, but they're like ectoplasm heads.
Ecto beasts.
Ecto pain in the ass.
Ecto beasts, that's right. Yeah,
Damn guys.
they just float around
Ecto
and
beats me off.
if you say so.
Wait, you want to get jerked off by a ghost?
I am not Dan Aykroyd in the film Ghostbusters.
I wish I was some days.
I do love Dan Aykroyd though.
He's
Dan Aykroyd, if
Canadian.
you're
He's all
listening.
mine.
Hey, if you're listening, Dan Aykroyd, sponsor us with your vodka.
Yeah, and Blues Brothers. I can be Fat
I'm gonna-
Belushi.
I'll have to fight you on who's Fat Belushi.
Speaking of, hey Toby, man, I gotta show you my Dan Aykroyd autograph.
Oh, you got one?
Yeah, it's on a Crystal Skull vodka, man. It's fucking amazing.
Yeah, it's in
Oh.
the bedroom. You should go grab it.
Okay,
Very
I'll be right
cool.
back, guys.
All right, whatever. Man, I mean, this isn't an advertisement for Crystal Skull Vodka, but Dan Aykroyd, if you're listening,
Again.
again, sponsor our show. I mean, we could use some sponsors.
Knock, knock.
Oh God, Toby, answer it. Yell at them.
Who's there?
Goblin. Ooh.
Goblin who?
Goblin these genie nuts.
Oh no. It's
Oh,
the
great.
Goob's genie.
Come on, let me in. It's super cold out here.
Here, let me rub the door, Jenny Bean.
Okay.
Oh, that's not a doorknob.
Oh. Hello, Goob's genie. How are you
Wash your
doing?
ectoplasm off your hands. Ooh.
Are you technically a ghost?
We don't know. I haven't got
Okay.
back my 24 me. 23 me, whatever it's called. Ooh, DNA.
20 genie and me.
20 genies in me. If you
So
want
hey,
20
Goob's
genies
genie.
in me, give me a call.
So since you're here, Goob's genie, we played this game. Do you got any cheats for it?
Oh, yes, I know that friend very well. The Polterguy.
Oh, yeah.
Super nice, great skateboarder. Ooh.
He was a great skateboarder. Now he's
He's definitely deceased.
deceased.
That's a moment of silence for my friend, the Polterguy.
I was wondering. I was making
thought
sure
you
you
were
weren't.
frozen there.
So about that cheat, do you got one for us?
Oh, I definitely do. Oh. In the first house, enter the grandfather clock in the dining room. Oh. With A. While in the clock, press BCCB, then A to exit the clock. You'll be in the second house with 15,000 more points. 50,000 more points. Ooh. You can skip houses by going into the clock. There's other house skips you can use as well. Ooh.
Hey, that's pretty handy. I mean, there's only 4 levels in this game, so, I mean, I guess if you just want to get to the end...
You can get there by doing the skips, indeedy.
Well, that's cool. Well, thank you, Goobs Genie.
Ooh, is that some ectoplasm in the corner? Ooh, tasty.
Oh no, you don't want to eat that, Goobs Genie.
Yeah, it's right. I don't know about that.
See you later.
Oh, bye, Goobs Genie.
Tastes like Toby.
Oh, I'm sorry you had to hear that, Jenny. I'm sorry about he's always disgusting like that, and I
Why you guys apologizing, or why are you apologizing to Jenny about something tasting disgusting?
you want to hear some fun facts?
It's time for fun facts with Toby.
So we are about to play the #1 and only game show on our show, Goobs and Jenny. We are going to play...
How much does
it cost? How much does it cost? That's it. It's just how much does it cost?
Oh, you didn't do the big... I was waiting for
How
it.
much does it cost?
All right, so this is what we're doing. Those 2 Canadians are going to try to guess the American price.
Oh no.
American
Welcome
money.
to my pain.
I'm always way off. I always try to guess in the car and I'm like, are you kidding me? I get so pissed off.
So we always like to start off with loose. That means it's just the cartridge. There's no manual, there's no box. Just the cartridge.
Who's Lucy?
It's Lucy Goosey. All right, Goobs. Actually, Jenny,
Jenny,
Oh,
you go
no.
first. You're the lady here.
Oh no.
You're the first lady.
the first lady of
First lady of
Secret
ectoplasm.
Levels.
You think they're covered in goo?
How much do you think this game goes for, Loose E Goosey?
Who's Lucy?
The goose.
Did you stop?
It's a joke from another show me and Toby both listen to.
Sorry. Anyways, I don't know, maybe $10. I don't know.
$10?
Yeah,
$10?
$10.
I'm going
Yeah?
$17.50.
$17.50? Did you price is righter?
I went higher.
Yeah, you did the Price is Right.
I went $7.50
Yeah, you went way
higher.
higher than
I didn't go $1
Okay.
higher. I didn't do like the dickish
You know what?
thing.
Just you should just go $1 because it doesn't matter because then you're higher than her. Higher.
Okay, Creed.
Okay. It goes for $30.
Oh,
Yeah, loose. That's a loose
fucking
copy.
expensive.
See, that's why I wasn't sure.
Yeah.
'Cause I don't know how
So that's like
popular this
45
game
bucks
is
up
or
here.
not. Like,
No, a lot of people like this game.
yeah. So I wasn't
Alright.
sure. Okay. Oh.
Now we're gonna go closed in box. CIB.
Here
That
comes
means-
the CIB.
Closing box.
The games you remember.
Oh my
So,
god, we
closing
could make
box.
a whole rap about that. I'm sorry.
We definitely good.
I feel like we should now.
Not right now, but we will.
The good games come CIB. Remember that.
The good games come with rap. Remember that. It's got no scratch. Never mind. We'll get there. Okay, I'm gonna go
so-
$100.
Oh
That's
shit!
my guess. Well,
100.
if loose is 45.
No,
Oh,
30. You said
okay,
45.
wait, 45 Canadian. So 30, 75 then. Let's say.
75?
Yeah.
My
75?
fucking guess.
Too bad. So sad you can guess 75.
I'm
as
going
well.
85.
85?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
I was waiting for it. Like,
Yeah,
he's gonna
no, I
do it.
don't.
He's gonna do it.
He's gonna do it to me. I know I'm sticking where I am, man.
Are you sure?
I'm sure.
All right, closing box. That means the box and the manual and the game. It goes for $50.
Oh. That's quite
I feel like-
surprising.
Yeah, the,
Yeah.
the box of the
Most
manual
of the
will be worth more than $20.
Hey, you know what? Sometimes the box and the manual are more than the game sometimes. It's fucking ridiculous.
Well, when
Anyways.
it comes to like NES and SNES, yeah, that could be more because
Yeah.
everyone threw the cardboard out, right?
Exactly, yeah.
But Sega's a different story. They have those nice, like, beautiful clamshells, so
Oh, I love the clam.
they're easy.
Oh, that's true.
You love the
they
clam,
did.
eh, Toby?
I love the clam.
Like Blockbuster
I love it.
Video. Like, but the puffy, like, remember the Disney movie kind
No,
of thing? Weren't
that's
they
a-
like that? Kind of?
No, they're harder, thicker black.
Oh, yes, okay. Yeah.
That
I
sounded
never had a
totally
Sega.
wrong.
Phrasing. Phrasing.
Only if you make it sound wrong.
No, anything out of my mouth sounds wrong on this show.
If you say so, my dear.
Anything in your mouth sounds wrong, too.
Well, maybe it sounds right, sweetheart.
Okay, you want to hear some few fun facts that I have?
Yeah, let's hear the fun facts.
Okay, so there's a game called Ghostmaster that's very similar to this game. Like, it's damn near the same game, but it's on PS2 and Xbox. So if you liked this game and you want some more of it, that's a good like upgrade because you can actually spin the camera around and do some other stuff.
Well, that's cool.
And then there's, like I said, the PSP version. It's not just this game. It's actually a part of a collection of games. It's on the EA Replay. So, there's 7 or 8 games on there, this being one that's included. And, Goobs, Jenny, I'm kind of letting you guys down and the listeners because there wasn't very many more fun facts than that. And then Goobs ruined the one about the 2-player thing. So,
Yeah, blame me for this.
I'm going to give you some, since it's the Polterguy, I'm going to give you some Poltergeist, the movie, the 1982 movie fun facts. Just
Oh,
a
hell
few,
yeah.
just to kind of whet your appetite on fun facts. 'Cause-
Well, your other show deals with spooky shit, so let's go with it.
yeah. That's right. So, Oliver Robbins, who played the Freeling's son, Robbie, he almost really was strangled while they were filming the clown strangling scene.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the equipment, they tied it around his neck too tight or something. And he actually screamed that he couldn't breathe. And the director just thought he was ad-libbing and was like, yeah,
Oh, God.
that's good shit.
No,
So-
this kid's actually
Should've
dying
had
on
a
set.
safe word.
Yeah.
If only Brandon
Um,
Lee had a safe word.
Aw, right? So the actress who played the Freeling's 16-year-old daughter, Dana, I guess her name was Dominique Dune. She died in 1982, the same year the movie was released, after being strangled to death by her ex-boyfriend.
Holy shit.
Yeah, there's a lot of bad stuff that happened, like in the filming.
I
and
think
stuff
this
of
whole
this
movie was like actually like possessed
cursed.
or cursed.
Well, wait till you hear this one. This is the most famous one. This is the one that I always remembered hearing. The scene where she falls into the hole when it's raining and like
Yes.
the skeletons are floating around. Apparently, it was cheaper to use real skeletons than fake skeletons, and
Fuck
that's
off.
exactly what they did.
However, I don't
Yeah,
see
those are-
how that, like, I mean, maybe, but, like, come on, you can buy, like, fake bones at the dollar store. Seriously.
Yeah, but this was
I
82.
guess.
This is
But come on, you could make
But
them
you know-
out of, like, Play-Doh.
how crazy is it that someone was like, we don't really have the budget for fake skeletons, but I know
Real
a guy.
ones fit in. Yeah, I know this guy named Ted Bundy.
So, anyways, that's all the fun facts I've got for this game.
That's fucking super dark.
Yeah, and you know what's even darker?
The Rage Meter.
That's right. This is the Rage Meter Goobs, where we rage on how much we hated this game or loved it. We give it a 1 to 10 scale of how mad it made us. 10 being it made us so mad. So mad that it what, Goobs?
Oh shit! I normally have something. Jenny, do you have something that makes you so mad? This is your one. You can say something very profound and obscene.
Having to deal with your fucking bullshit. That is pure torture, gamers. You want torture? Let's trade places for 24 hours.
Damn. All right, Goobs. I think you might want to be letting your rage out now.
What was that?
I feel like you might need to let your rage out now.
No, I'm comfortable with myself.
What do you give it on the rage meter?
You want to go first, lady?
I mean, I will. But...
Yeah, you go first since you attacked Goob so violently like that.
Hey, man, he's not very nice to me either. Come on, man. Wasn't unwarranted. Let me see. Maybe like 7? 7.5,
7?
probably.
Okay.
Like, seriously, this game pissed me the fuck off with the movement. The entire movement thing. I could not figure it out. Like, literally, I almost had a meltdown crying because I couldn't get through fucking doors. The jumping was okay once you figured it out. Those fucking little perv hands from the wall drove me nuts. I liked the game other than the moving anywhere. It was great. But the moving really pissed me off, yeah. So yeah,
Okay.
7.5. Is that what I said, or did I say 7?
You said
said 7.
you started at
Oh,
7.
well, no, I'm not pulling a Mr. whatever
you went
your
up to
name is
7.5.
over here. I forgot what I said, first off. But yeah, 7.5 is fine. It really made me angry. What about you,
An
man?
8? You going
No,
to an 8?
no, not 8 worthy. 8 is like, I'm close, like I have the controller poised to throw, but don't throw, and I'm not at that point yet.
I'm going with a 5 for this game.
A 5?
Yeah,
Okay, that's
straight
fine.
down the middle. It wasn't too difficult once you figured out the controls. The isometric graphics didn't really fuck with me too much in this game. I'm used to playing games like that, and I don't know, it was a pretty casual playthrough once you figured out what you gotta do. Getting to that point is what got it to the 5, and the dungeons I didn't find that bad. Because if you avoid the walls, you can avoid the glory hole hand jobs that are coming out to you. So I'm gonna stick with my 5. I didn't find it.
You didn't seem like you got too mad. You just got mad at me for dying.
Yes. And I can't evolve that into my overall rating.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't remember you getting mad besides that.
I was pretty calm during this. That's why I put it right down the middle. I could drop it down, but I'll keep it at a 5. Because I don't want someone sitting on the couch to judge me for dropping it down.
I think I'm going to give it a 5 also. I think just the isometric view irritated me. The jumping irritated me. There was the one fist that comes up out of the ground and like pulls you in. That one was irritating the piss out of me every time it popped up. It irritated me when the fucking family members wouldn't run out of the room when they would stick in the same, like just go back and forth between 2 rooms. Oh,
Or they
but
just
other than
keep
that,
moving from one side of the room to the other kind of thing.
yeah,
When you don't have a lot of goo left either.
yeah, and then that's when I finally figured out, oh, you can kind of lure them where you want them to go. It's still hard to get them to go through the doors that they need to go through, but I kind of figured that part out. So maybe even a 4, but I'm gonna stick with the 5 because I think it's just mildly frustrating because it's not like a terribly hard game or anything. It's just a small annoyance.
It's just different.
Yeah, it's a different kind of rage, I feel like. But let's get out of the purgatory of raging and move on to the nice ratings that we're gonna give it. Goobs and Jenny.
I'm
We're
gonna
gonna
jump
give
on a cloud. Here's a fluffy cloud, Jenny. Sit on it.
Whee!
Here you go, Toby.
Bye!
Hey!
We're on fluffy clouds right now. We're on cloud 9.
Do they have happy faces like the Mario
Of course they
clouds?
do.
Okay.
We got Mario music playing. Of course
Can
they
mine
do.
be a storm cloud then?
Yeah, you get
Okay.
a little happy lightning.
Yeah, happy lightning. I like it.
Because you fart.
So
Excuse me.
So we're going to give it a rating of 1 to 10, 1 being it's a terrible, terrible game. No one should ever play it in their lives. 10 being it's the best game we've ever played. Everyone should play it. Jenny, do you want to go first?
Sure.
Since you're our guest and the first lady of Secret Levels
Yes.
I like that.
and the biggest fan.
Yeah, #1 fan right
And
here.
the first co-host of the season.
Excited.
Or a special co-host.
Special guest. Woohoo, Jenny. I'm gonna give it maybe like a 6.5 or 7. I like a 6.5 or a 7. I'll decide by the time I finish talking.
That's usually what happens.
Because I really like the concept of this game. I don't know, I just like that it's something really different.
Imagine seeing a game like that now.
That's what, like, yeah, I think it's a really cool idea. I just really fucking hate the movement thing. Whatever the hell you call it. It drives me insane. But yeah, like, I dug the game. I think it's fun. I think people should pick it up and try it for something different, you know? Like, you're not just fighting bad guys, you know?
Well, especially for Halloween month, you gotta...
And just in general, like, it's some, I don't know. Yeah, it was something different. It was fun. I dug all the different, like, options for scares and the little animations, and every time that kid pissed his pants, I laughed so goddamn hard. Every time I got to be, like, I really dug the, ones where you could interact with them, so you could, like, be the ghost or whatever, or throwing the plates or whatever it was, you know?
Right.
I really like that too. So, I guess 7 probably. Like, even though the game pissed me off, I liked it. Because, you know, really, like, unless you're really stupid like me and don't realize, you can't really die. So, it's kind of fun, right? So,
Okay.
something different.
7.
Don't say stupid like you. You're the girl who's read 86 books this year. You're so smart.
There's nothing to do with saying I'm smart. I just like to fucking read. But, like, legit, I really like books. I like books more than people, clearly. I don't think I've talked to 86 people this year. So...
Well, I hate to tell you, there's more than 86 people listening to this show.
Yeah, so you
No, but
talked
you know
to
what I
We
mean?
love
like-
every single one of you.
I didn't, like, people who aren't, I shouldn't say stupid, I should probably say stoners. Like, I didn't realize that, like, in that part that I could die. I didn't realize that that little face was my health meter. Like, but other than that, as long as you're aware of that, you can't really die. You just run out of your stuff, and then you can go replenish it and go back to what you were doing. I think that's cool, too. So.
Right.
Yeah.
Goobs, you want to go next?
Yeah, I'm gonna go give this game a 7.
Okay.
Ooh, go Team 7s.
Team 7. Hey, is that a Naruto reference?
Oh, it is.
You're Sakura. People.
We're getting a divorce. Right after I said I love you, I'm now going to file for divorce. You piece of garbage.
People that know that will totally laugh. But yeah, I'm giving this game a 7.
I'm not useless. Just saying.
It's Naruto joke, Toby. You won't get it.
Yeah, I know. I'm just sitting here listening because I don't get it and I didn't want to interrupt it.
People will. People will totally get it. Riku will definitely be like, oh my god, I can't believe you did that.
Exactly. Just be like, Jenny, why didn't you divorce him yet?
Oh, I can't get over that. But,
So,
yeah, the music, I wouldn't give it a total... I would give it a higher score if it had better music, but it didn't. The sprites in this game were great. The animations were great for all the scares. Like I said before, you couldn't wait to find the next scare, watch the family member go up to it and try to scare them out of that room. Because the scares were very innovative, and I never played a game such like this before in my life. And as I mentioned before during Jenny's review, that it'd be cool to have a game like this nowadays, but it'd be cool if we had 4 ghosts trying to, or like 1 ghost trying to scare 3 other players in a house.
or you could play like online and haunt like a party.
Yeah, and like get 1 player taking on like a whole bunch of like 4 other players.
Be like Left 4 Dead meets Hotline Miami meets like something else. I don't know what, but yeah.
Well, 1 versus 4 would be pretty
Yeah.
like interesting. We should event that and one
We
be a
should.
genie.
No, no genies allowed.
There's always genies allowed, Jennies. Jenny Genie Beanie. Yeah, I'm gonna stick with a solid 7 on this game. It's pretty
Okay.
decent, and I enjoyed the original concept of it. With the family members, it'd be cool if they changed up, like you scare 1 family out, but I guess you gotta keep the story, like,
But they did kind of get stale. I know what you mean.
Yeah,
It's
you
like
gotta
these
keep it,
people
like,
again.
coherent, I guess, going down the line, but it'd be cool. Like, the houses got bigger as they went on. It'd be cool to scare some different other types of people, but hey, it is what it is, you know?
Yeah.
Sound like Sardini. It
Yeah,
is what it is, you know.
That's what
You
I was
know?
going for.
You know what I'm saying.
Cheap ass Sardini. Oh, I feel like y'all are not going to be happy with my score, but I'm only going to give it a 6. I was even thinking about going lesser, but I think a 6 is fair because it is a very unique game. I think it's got a lot of different gameplay than any other game. I mean, on the Sega, there's nothing like this, really, that I know of anyways. I did like all the animations for the scares. I thought the sprites were too small. I feel like they could have zoomed in just a little bit more. That's just a little complaint on my end. The music, it didn't do anything for me. I feel like music's a big part of the experience. This music was just there. It didn't do anything to add or take away from the gameplay, but it would have been nice to have some better music. Maybe some more objectives in the game. I felt like it kind of got stale. Now, as fun as seeing all these different animations, that was fun. That was really cool. It's almost like when you were a kid, or when I was a kid, I bought the Mortal Kombat strategy guide so I could see all the fatalities.
Yeah.
Like, I wanted to see everything. And yeah, I want to see everything in this, but essentially you're just doing the same thing. You're just jumping into an item and trying to make the people run one way.
True enough.
And it's very repetitive. But what makes it not feel repetitive is the different animations. So it was fun enough. I don't see me ever playing this willingly again because it was just okay in my book. Maybe just a little bit better than average. So a 6. So yeah, just a 6.
Well, when we start running out of games, maybe we'll play everything through again. And then we'll come back to it.
And then we'll see how I feel about it. But with you two giving it a 7, being Team 7, and my 6, the score ends up being an average of 6.6.6. 0.7. I mean, there's a 0.7 there. But a 6.6.6. A 6.66.
How fucking
7.
perfect for a long-term game.
Yeah.
That we get 6.66.
Fuck me, Jesus.
Lord.
Well, Exorcist.
I know, but I was not expecting that. I'm sitting right beside you. You kind of gave me the heebie-jeebies for a minute there. I know exactly what it's from, but I
did the whole
Dragon,
cross into a vagina thing too.
Oh, yeah.
Finish him.
So this is the end. This is purgatory. This is the purgatory of the podcast where we end the show and then we sit in limbo until the next episode.
No, don't lock us in here.
For now, Goobs and Jenny, will you please tell us about your other projects?
Fuck yeah, we will. We're part of the Derailers with our best friend Ripkin. Of course, my wonderful wife Jenny Bean has been gracious enough to come onto the show and let me make fun of her and be a good sport about it because she's the bestest ever.
You should all at him and tell him how he should not be so mean to me. Just saying.
People quite enjoy the banter between us, to be honest with you.
It's all in good fun, honestly.
Yeah, we're pretty happy folk. But we do a show called The Derailers, like I said, with Ripkin as well. And we take the train off the tracks every week, and we do a lot of fun random topics. And we sit around, shoot the shit, and who knows what we're going to talk about, because we definitely don't until about 2 minutes before we start the show.
Yeah, if that.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. And go check out Derailed Wrestling as well on YouTube. Me and Ripkin make a whole wrestling organization, a whole bunch of wrestlers in there, a whole bunch of friends, a whole bunch of fights, and a whole bunch of love go into it. So go check it out. And commentary that is decent at best.
Decent at best.
Decent at best. Decent.
It's fucking decent, Ricky.
Oh, God.
Fucking decent, Ricky. That was a better one there.
It was good, but as a groan.
I liked it. As for me, you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Toby Von Doom. You can find my other show, the Secret Transmission Podcast, which talks about spooky stuff all year long. Spooky. Like conspiracies, serial killers, UFOs, cryptids. If it's creepy and weird, we're going to talk about it. It's on all the major podcasting platforms, and you can follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Secret Transpod. But this show is the more important show because we're talking about this show right now.
Air horns.
Burp, burp. So you can find Secret Levels on Twitter and Instagram at Secret Levels Pod. You can find us on Facebook, and we have a Facebook group. So come join us, come chat with us. Jenny's in that group.
Yeah, it's tons of fun.
And then you can also chat with Goobs and I on...
Motherfucking Discord!
We do have a Discord, and
come check it
where can
out.
you find
The
it?
greatest friends you'll ever meet will be inside that room in the Discord that we have. You're not in there, Jenny. Stop giving me that look.
But you can join it.
No, I'm not allowed. I've been warned off. It's okay.
You've been warned
I'm
off.
kidding. I have the Facebook group. It's alright. It's where the
Well,
cool kids hang out on the Facebook group.
If you want to join the Discord group, all you got to do is download the app and click the link that's in the show notes, and you can join our freaking group.
Me and Toby are in there. I'm in there a shit ton, so is Toby now, and it's a lot of fun. You get to meet a lot of cool people.
Yep.
From lots of different walks of life. It's
Yeah,
fucking
there's
like
lots of nice people. I mean, I play games with you guys sometimes.
it's
with
like
some
a
of the guys
melting
from
pot,
there.
man. It's great.
Yeah, it is good.
And it keeps growing every single day.
Hey,
We have a masked llama in there now.
we certainly do. And you know what? We'd appreciate it if you'd leave us a review on iTunes. That would help us out
Yeah,
a ton.
1 to 5 stars, man. If you love us, 5 stars. Like, we don't appreciate the 1 stars, but hey, if you want to leave 1 star and some criticism, like, hey, Goob, stop making so much dick jokes, I'll be like, throw that by the fire and be like, yeah, I'll think about it.
or
But I'm still gonna make
hey,
dick jokes.
Or, hey, Goob, stop making fun of your poor wife because she's such a nice, sweet lady.
Yeah, I'll throw that in the fire and be like, I'll think about it.
No, you won't.
Or-
Think about it until you see something else. Ooh, shiny.
or Goobs is the best part of the show.
Throw it in the garbage. I'm just kidding.
No, that was a real review.
Yeah, that was a
people-
total
Well, you know
review.
what? That person...
People shit on me. People shit on me all the time in the reviews. I don't get it.
Okay,
but-
so
Yeah,
that's
they
not
love
very
you.
nice, okay? And whoever thinks that... I want to know who this person is, because you can reach out to me on Instagram at Lil Sock Puppets, and you and me there, bud, are going to switch spots for 24 hours, and then you can tell me if Goobs is the best or not, okay? I mean, I
I'll say
married
yes.
him. That's fine, I get a 24-hour vacation. Like, straight up, I win either way. So...
And Goobs, if you wanted to represent the levels, how would you do
If
that?
you want to represent the Secret Levels podcast, you can go to www.tpublic.com/secretlevels and pick one of our great t-shirts, put on one of your great chests. Whole bunch of great designs made by Toby Von Doob himself, and you can pick them up right now, and they're on sale. Maybe not anymore, but for $13 plus shipping.
I feel like we're about to jump into an auction right now. 13, who's going to give me 13? That's what I feel like, is it like just you started auctioneer and then went like announcer, so I wasn't sure what was happening there, but it really felt like I should just start auctioning off.
I feel like this great Mega Man t-shirt really starting off at $10, $10, or $10, 11, 12, 13.
Side note, my dream, like closet dream, is to be an auctioneer. You know this.
Yeah,
We've
she
auctioned
really
things
wants to be
off
an
on the
auctioneer.
derailers, like...
I would, I'd probably auctioneer the end of ectoplasm in my pants.
What? I don't understand a word you just said. You'd be an auctioneer or you'd auction off?
I would be an auctioneer that ended up going so fast I ectoplasm in my pants.
So talking fast makes you jizz in your pants? Why haven't I learned this in this much years? Very confused right now. What's going on?
Game over, folks!